What's up, everybody? It's Rox coming to you today with the review for Love and Marriage DC Season 1, The Reunion Part 2. All right, you guys. So the show opens where it was. We still on winter, okay? And Ashley and Quicksilver is going back and forth with Winter, and they're trying to get to the bottom of who told Winter what. I was a little confused because they were talking about Ashley tells Carlos that somebody called them and told them that Winter was having a breakdown. Okay, that she wasn't talking and she was upset and all of this. And somewhere along the line, they figured out, or they decided, that Winter's new boyfriend was the one that was giving Winter all of this information about them. And that's why they was like, fuck you, okay? Fuck him. Like Quicksilver said, he's a bitch. Okay, I'm not talking about Winter. I'm talking about her boyfriend. He's a bitch. So it's the same shit over and over. Her saying how she got the receipts and the, the records and the text messages and the photographs or whatever. And of course, Quick and Jamie are both like, you don't know us. You don't know anybody that know us. You don't know anything about our life. Okay. She don't want to give up the information. They're telling her how fucking messy she is. If you're not going to show it, then why the fuck would you even bring it up? Ashley says that she would never do what she's doing to another couple because it's hurtful and it's low. Winter says that they had said plenty of things about her, but, of course, they don't see it the same way, child. So she said that some of the stuff that she had gotten before the show, she felt like the person that sent that information to her was sending it just to be messy so that she could make a big deal out of it. That's why she's not showing it. But they were just sort of like, then why would you even bring it up? It's messy that you're even bringing it up, but you're not wanting to talk about it. But you're still saying that you have it, but nobody else can defend it or anything. So Carlos says that he's just trying to understand why Winter is saying what she's saying. She's saying that she actually got it from somebody that she knows, all right, that they have proof that they were intimate with Silva when he worked at Park. I guess Park is a club. And Silva's just sitting over there just looking real irritated, both Silva and Ashley. And then she says she has the receipts and the photos and the records of Jamie or whatever. And Jamie was just like, I'm going to tell you straight up, fuck whoever it is. Because I am with this woman every fucking day, all the time. Like, he ain't even got time to be damn cheating. I can bet my bottom dollar there ain't nobody got shit on me. And Silva was just like, I have never cheated on Ashley. Nobody has any proof that I've cheated on Ashley. I ain't messed with nobody at Park or any other club that I worked at, period. Quick and Ashley is just like, you know what? We have been through this kind of shit. People send us shit all the time. There's always rumors out there. But you know what we do? We fact check, because people be putting 20 on 10 all the time. Like, they'll send her a picture and be like, look at this picture that Quick done took a picture with this woman. And she was like, I could be at the club with him just 2 feet away from him, but not in that picture. Now everybody want to send a picture to me telling me that he cheating when I know when he took the damn picture. That's how messy people are. But Jamie is still real pissed. Okay, you done came up here to sit up here and try to ruin my marriage. Okay, that's some old goofy ass clown country Bama shit. And Chris was just like, wait a minute, I'm from Alabama. That offends me. And they was like, oh, no, it's just a DC term. It's a DC term. And Chris was like, I know that, but it still offends me. So Carlos was like, Monique, do you regret bringing Winter on the show? And Monique was just like, no, I don't really regret bringing her on the show. It's just that I am just floored by how she is compared to how she's always been, over our years that we've known each other. She was just like, I don't really know what this thing is with Winter. Like, are you feeling yourself because, you starting to get popular? So you just kind of saying and doing things? Are you acting? Like, what exactly are you doing? Because this is different from the person that I've known her to be. Chris said that they actually got together off of the cameras, all of the couples, and I guess Winter as well, and had decided that they were not going to tear down each other's marriages. They weren't going to use this platform for something like that. And Winter says actually she got the call after the selfie event. That's when Chris and Monique talked to her about, the pact and trying to make sure that everybody's marriages stayed out of it. And Monique was like, yeah, because we don't get down like that, because we've been through this before, so we already know how hurtful and messy it can be. So that's why we was trying to make sure that it didn't happen. So they had discussed it with Winter, but Ashley was just like, you as a grown-ass woman shouldn't even have to be told not to do something like that. Okay, especially with the shit that you have been through. You should know better. So Winter was just like, I understand. And Ashley was like, you don't understand, because if you did understand, you wouldn't be doing the shit that you're doing today. So of course, Winter's trying to talk. Ashley's talking over her. And I was just like, okay, back and forth, back and forth. It's a damn dead horse at this point. Ashley tells her she throws a stone and hides her hand. And Winter was just like, well, can I talk? And they were like, no. No, you cannot. Now, again, Monique and Winter have known each other for 16 years. Monique, do you feel like you and Winter's relationship has changed? She was like, no, I feel like me and Winter went back exactly to the way that we had been. So then Winter was just like, well, Monique, that you and I did have a conversation about the show. And, we were going to talk about how women, when they're going through a divorce, how it can affect their lives, that we talked about doing that. And then she tells her, had she known that it would be all of this drama, she wouldn't have done the show. I said, bullshit. And Monique was like, bullshit. Okay, because when you was on Carlos King's after reality show that comes on after the show, you really was enjoying yourself. She could tell by the comments that she was kind of getting sucked up in this whole reality show thing. But Monique was like, good and damn well you was lying about Jamie and Irena. You don't know anything about them. And you just kind of like that whole thing. Jamie was just like, you done came on this fucking show and you trying to ruin my marriage. Like, the stuff that you saying, do you not understand that it could ruin my marriage? So then Quick was just like, listen, reality shows don't ruin marriages. Reality shows will expose a rumor, and then however you react to that rumor is what actually ruins the marriage. Now, all this shit could ruin our marriage had we been weak, but we are not weak. Me and Ashley are strong, so we can get through this shit because we've been through it before. So both Jamie and Quick was just like, we ain't did shit, so it's whatever. All right. And then Winter tells them that she owes them an apology. I was just like, oh my God, like Jamie said, she's all over the place. I don't know what side Winter is landing on, but you can tell the way that she has her expressions and the way that she comes back and all of that. Yeah, she will be on the show next season, you guys, if they get another season. And she definitely loves all of this. She tries to apologize to everybody, and Ashley was like, I'm not taking no apologies from her. I'm not accepting anything because we've done this before and I thought we were good, and then some other shit came up. She'll take some low blows, like look at where we are today. So no. So Carlos again says, are you and Monique going to be able to go back to the way that you were? And Monique was just like, yeah, we can, because there's nothing deeper than what it is right now. But Monique is still upset about the opportunities that the show could have provided, that this could have been a show about all of these strong, beautiful Black women, smart, got businesses going on, and how to showcase that, the friendship between these amazing women. That's what she wanted this to be about. I was just like, well, Monique, you know how the reality show goes. You can show all of the positive things that you want. You get in there with them editors, and honey, they leave all the positivity on the chopping block. It's just the name of the game. Now let's jump over to the Tyler family. Jamie and Irena get into it about their relationship. Irena's just trying to make it clear that when they first got together, she was the one that was at home with the kids. She was the one that was doing the majority of the work, which is always, not always, but that's usually how it goes. Okay. Apparently they both had two very demanding jobs. But she still was the one, the main caretaker. And of course, Jamie is getting upset about that. Like, I wasn't helping you. I wasn't going to the Braille school. I wasn't learning these things too. And she was just like, yeah, you were, but I'm saying that I did more. Well, that's starting to get on Jamie's nerves, gets him upset. Carlos tells Jamie that he looks irritated, and he was like, I am. And he was just like, do you feel like you don't get enough props as a man, when it comes to your marriage and the things that you and Irena did? And he was just like, yeah, I don't get enough props. He was just like, listen, everybody knows that Irena has a tendency to exaggerate. I've been saying this for years and years and years and years. It didn't just come up with this show. And she was just like, but what am I exaggerating? He was just like, but that was 20 years ago. Well, her point is it still happened. and I should still be able to talk about it. But Jamie doesn't want to talk about it because they've already gotten past it. Well, did you get past it or did you get through it? Okay, sometimes you can just go around something, the problem is still there. So it can be years and years and years and years later on down the line, you guys did not work out that issue, so that issue continues to rear its ugly head as you go on about your life. Okay, so clearly Irena still feels a way about what happened when the kids were little. Now, of course, the kids are all big and grown now, but still it's a sore spot. So they were just like, you know what, Jamie, I think that you are getting upset because you're thinking that she's talking about the whole marriage, but she's just talking about a certain period. But Jamie was just like, but that was 20 fucking years ago. I mean, I can see what he's saying, but I also understand what Irena's saying. Like, it did happen. I'm not lying. I'm just saying it. Don't tell me I can't talk about what happened in my life back 20 years ago. That shit still happened to me. Carlos asks Quick, was Jamie overreacting? And Quick says that Jamie absolutely was overreacting. So, Jamie, do you think that Irena paints you in a picture that isn't true? And he was just like, yes. So, you know, they're trying to get Jamie to understand that, is like I said, there's still clearly some hurt feelings there about it. They haven't worked through it. So that's why Irena's going to continue to talk about it. But Jamie is over it. He don't want to hear it no more. And so anyway, they take a break. And when they walk into their, you know, separate dressing rooms or whatever, you know, Chris and Monique catch up with Jamie. It was just like, you know, you all right? And he was just like, yeah, I'm good. But he couldn't get in that room soon enough. Okay. They was just like, go on and talk to her. I mean, you know, you just gotta, don't be tripping and everything. Just, you still show your regular emotions and the things and everything, but don't just be acting no fool. He was just like, don't worry about it. I got it. He got in that room and he was just like, you just continue to make me look like the bad guy. And she was just like, but how am I making you look like the bad guy? He's like, because you talking about shit that happened 20 years ago. And she was just like, yeah, but it did happen. Okay. I tell them that you a good man now. And he was just like, but it don't matter because you done said all this shit about me, but then you wanted people to believe that I'm a good person now. Like, no, you know, you throwing me under the bus. Okay. Then he said something and I was just like, here we go with the controlling terms again that Jamie gonna have to work on if he wants anybody to like him next season. You know, he was just like, you pushing me to be on this show and you know it's a trigger. And she was just like, I'm not pushing you to do nothing. Okay. All of these things sounds like somebody that's about to blow and lose control. So I'm trying to tell you, Jamie, that this kind of shit you cannot be doing. Okay. Because, I mean, I'm sure he already sees the comments and shit out there. And I knew they were coming, honey. I knew they was coming. Irena says, well, I guess the stuff does still bother me. Okay. So they don't really come to no conclusion there. He just trying to tell her, like, stop doing that shit. Stop making me look like I'm such a bad guy when I know I'm not. You know I'm not either. Then, you guys, we bring out the Tyler's boys. It is Jason and Lil Jamie. Carlos calls them the real stars of the show because, you know, their popularity is growing. Jason is excited. You know, he's got more people following him on Instagram. And Carlos asked him, you know, has the ladies been after him? And he was just like, yeah, I mean, you know, he still ain't got no woman or nothing. But yeah, you know, people is following him. So the possibilities are endless. Okay, so what do you want to do? Do you want to be a DJ like Uncle Quick, or do you still want to work for Apple? And he was just like, no, I still want to work for Apple because I love Apple and I know all the products and I want to work for them so that I can show people with disabilities how to work the phone. Okay, so yeah, that's still what he wants to do. He is still a part of that program, and his counselor is working with him to, you know, get him prepared to be able to move out because he still wants to move out. He still wants to move on with his life, okay, and be independent and all. So he's working on that hard. Suddenly, Jamie gets emotional, and I was just like, uh-oh, what is this? Okay. And Carlos was like, what's wrong? And he was just like, I just had so many hopes, you know, for these two right here. Okay, and we've been through a lot. All right. And when he says we've been through a lot and his hopes and everything, I'm assuming that he's talking about some of the trouble that Lil Jamie got himself into. But Lil Jamie says that he doesn't think that he's going to have to do any jail time or any really hard, serious jail time. Yes, he was out there wilding and carrying on, but you know, that's just something that he had to go through, but he's doing much better now. And his family will tell you that as well, that he's been on the grind and he just, you know, he done finally put himself in the right direction. And Irena says that they even told the boys, like, listen, we're going to be on this show. People are going to be watching. You need to make sure that you do the right thing, move in the right direction, okay? And don't prove these people right when they think that you're going to just backslide and do the wrong thing, okay? Continue to do the right thing. So anyway, Carlos thanks the boys for being on the show because the parents sign up for the show, not the boys, okay? But they still end up being on the show, and he's thankful for them for that. And then it's the end, you guys, and Carlos was just like, so you guys survived the show. How does everybody feel about the show? Ashley feels good about the show. Quick feels really great about the show. Quick says he's making more money than he ever has, and you know what, he about to be out there like he said, okay? Now, Ashley always complaining that he don't take no vacations. He's about to out vacation everybody. Monique was like, I don't think you're gonna out vacation us, but you can join us. You can join us if you want to. Ashley's book is out, so you can go get that now. Then Jamie and Irena, what y'all got going on? Irena says she's got something coming down the pike. All she gonna tell you is it's called Perfect by Irena, okay? And just think about it being something for the ladies. I was like, girl, that is really a broad range, but okay. Jamie says, you know what? He gonna work on his attitude. He gonna be a brand new man when he come back next season. But when Irena was talking about her Perfect by Irena, and it was supposed to be something for the ladies, you know, we started talking about sex, and Quick was just like, let me just ask you guys a question real fast. When's the last time you guys had sex? And they was like, last night. Okay, well, you know, it's all festive occasion and everything. Everybody had sex last night. That's what DJ Quicksilver says. He was like, not together, but what I'm saying is I'm sure everybody got busy last night. And, you know, Chris was over there, oh, no, it ain't no show like that, okay? We ain't do nothing together. Anyway. Monique, Chris says, I'm going to continue to communicate with my wife, make a better relationship with my wife, so I want her to know that I hear you. And Monique says that she and Chris are in a much better space. Carlos thanks everybody for sharing their lives. And Chris was just like, reality show don't have to be a bad experience. I just want to thank you, Carlos. It's been a pleasure. Carlos was like, it's been great working with all of you guys as well. So we'll see what happens with the show. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that they'll get a second season. I really hope that they do anyway. I think that they deserve one more season to try to, you know, make a name for themselves and everybody stop comparing them to Huntsville. It's a totally different show, you guys. But that will be it. That's a wrap on season 1 for Love and Marriage DC. All right, you guys, I am so exhausted. I'm about to get these edited, get them up, take a nap. Okay? Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. And I plan on doing the same. Until next time, rock stars.